Hello. Thank you all for waiting so patiently. I was trying to get myself a little bit organized. I thought it was organized until literally right before I was going live. So welcome in. Hello, everyone. Don't mean to be a little disheveled. Sometimes it's like that, right? Sometimes it's like that. Make sure that this is off. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. It's quite cool here. It's 57 degrees. How's it in your community, in your city? I'm excited about this topic. It's something, it was on my mind because, when you're going on a trip, you're like trying to plan and get everything organized, like what you have to do. It's like, this would be a really good topic, talking about ride sharing. Not to pick on Uber or Lyft or taxis or whoever is out there, but it's a good topic, especially for people who might use it for travel, which I do. And people who use it some people use it on a daily basis. So we're going to get into it. But before all that, I have to say hello to everyone. And hello, everyone. I meant to do this. I'm trying to fix my format and what I do, right? So I will do that now. And then I'm going to say hello to all the peeps in the chat. I do have a cheat sheet here, but for the moment, thanks so much for being here. Hello, welcome. She Fires is the channel, all about self-defense, mainly with the firearm, but I do try to talk about gun advocacy. As you know, I'm one of the two-way coordinators for Gun Owners of America. If you missed that, I announced that in one of my previous lives. Very excited for that. But I do like to focus on things that are not just about having a self-defense tool. Safety in all forms. We have to live our everyday, and I like talking about things that touch on things that many of us can relate to. And I thought that ride sharing would be a great topic. I don't remember the last time I took a taxi, like a true taxi. I do have a poll out there. If you would please, along with hitting the like button, if you would please answer that poll. Let me know. Love to get that kind of feedback. If you've done Uber, Lyft, taxi. Now I forgot what my poll question is, but you'll see it out there, don't you? Hopefully you do. And I'm going to use my cheat sheet here so I can stay a little bit organized. Yes, and if you're watching this from Facebook, welcome. Please do let me know. And I will say hello. If you're watching this on replay, I do want to hear from you. Not just the live folks, which I greatly appreciate you all hanging out with me. Yes. But if you're watching a replay, you might be watching football at the time of the live or whatever you're doing. Appreciate you coming back and visiting the replay. I'll pull this back up here because I do have to give a shout out again to the sponsor of the live, Cross Armory. Last week, I did a giveaway, and Pat Bunker, you should have hopefully received the item that you requested. And then G23 also, I do still need to complete that transaction. So, but for anyone else who did not win the giveaway, hope to do another giveaway with them. They're fantastic. They're actually based in California, and they help beautify your firearms, but then they also have other things. I use it for my Glock 19. I made it purple inspired because of Prince, and some other parts. So you'll see. But if you're interested, please do check out their site, and you can use She Fires code for 10% off. Okay. But we'll continue to do, I'll continue to mention them because they're one of the first sponsors for 2024. And we do have a new sponsor, which I'll be announcing in a little bit. I already gave the Patreon community a sneak peek on that. So I'm excited. But for today's topic. This is what we're talking about, ride sharing. I'm going to say hello to folks, and then we'll roll into it. Let's see who is first. DJ Play Nice, thank you. DJ Play Nice, always helping in the back. Appreciate you. Hi, Tim, good to see you. I haven't seen you for a hot minute. Time Machine, hello. Thank you. Thank you for being here. G23, hello. I appreciate it. G-Webs, thank you. Thank you. I look forward to it too when I'm not tardy. Never mind that. For anyone who popped in, I was right on time. Hi, Mike. Good to see you. Welcome in. Guns and Water, hello. I decided to, when folks come in to the live, just so I don't disrupt the flow, I'm going to say hello to folks, and then I'm going to roll into it. And anyone who kind of comes along, I'll just say hello, folks, for whoever popped in at this time. And we'll keep it rolling, okay? Because I want to make sure that you have a great experience with me. So I hope you're going to appreciate that. Please don't take offense if I don't say hello to you directly after a certain point, okay? I'm trying to get myself together, trying to get my act together. Hi, Wise High Tactical. Good to see you. David, hello. Hello. Local Tampa folks. Misty, Mrs. Wayne, I skipped. Good to see you. I skipped Clove. How can I ignore those fire emojis? Good to see you, Clove 49. Thank you for being here. Always supportive. Appreciate you. Okay. See if anyone else. Anthony. Hello, Anthony. Oh, I just saw that come pop up. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome in, folks. Tactical FUD. Yes. So I will spill my beans a little bit before I get rolling. Hi, Virginia Bushcrafter. Good to see you. Welcome in. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Trying to go through all. I know you all are saying hello to each other, so I'm trying to skip that. You know my eyes are bad. Hi, Keith Gregory. Good to see you. Good to see you. DJ Play Nice, keep me honest. I want to say hello, folks. If I've missed anyone, please do call me out. Hello, Woods. Good to see you. Kenny Loves Guns. Hello. Hello. Oh, gosh, 12 here. So I can't complain. Is that what you're saying? I can't complain about 52 degrees. Let's see. Everybody shared. Interesting. Very interesting. We're going to get into it. Hello, to it we stand. Hello. Thank you for being here. You must be here. Thank you. Yes, if you're new here, if you're hiding in the shadows and the bushes, please don't be shy. You're welcome to pop in. Thank you, DJ. Eugene, good to see you. Thank you for being here on the Facebook side. You're always supportive over there. Appreciate you watching. And in time, it will grow. Do people use Facebook anymore? I don't know. Only waiting for the Super Bowl. Yes. Thank you. Yes, for anyone, if anyone did make any purchases with the Cross Armory, please let me know. I'd like to see if anyone is taking advantage of that, of the code there. I would appreciate it. Hello. The lone wolf over there in Facebook land. Thank you. Yes, there is a poll. There should be on the YouTube side. Oh God, please. You know, I've struggled with this. When I created the live on YouTube, it should be there. So I appreciate it. And I do want to say also that I might as well get into this, the new sponsor while we're here. While we're all here. Yes, there is one. Thank you, DJ. Yes, Joe IQ, you came in just in the nick of time. I saw you pop in. Hello. If you want to connect with me in any way, I do have my email on my website. My website is shefires.com. And you can check me out, check out all my socials. I am writing a blog. I mean, I do have a blog there, so I write articles there. Kind of similar to what I do, like videos, but I go into a little bit more detail. I think one of the latest ones I wrote about was the mantis and dry firing and the importance of dry firing. As you know, I've given away a few of their units. Very, very supportive. But I do want to share that I have. Did I put it on here? Let me take a quick peek. If I was doing what I was supposed to do. Yes, actually I did. Okay, so before we get into the topic, I'm just going to share with you the new sponsor and what we're doing a giveaway today. I know, it was unexpected. Since I did a giveaway last week. But, the sponsorship just presented itself. Actually, no, it's been a number of weeks. But I'm sharing with you today. Since I'll be out of town next week, I didn't want to hold that information. But let me share this with you, and then I will pull up what I'm doing a giveaway on, and we'll do that at the top of the hour. We do have some videos that we're going to go through. I try to talk about certain things and then give you videos just to let it sink in. That's how I kind of let things marinate. I like to see things as an example. So we'll be going through a couple videos on some ride sharing incidents that have happened, and then also talk about how you can protect yourself as a passenger. We will also get into, if anyone is a driver, I don't know if we have any drivers out there for Uber, Lyft, whomever, or whatever else is out there. We're going to touch on that as well, and I'm going to try to pull up the codes of conduct for using their service from either angle. Okay, really, really insightful that I learned. But in the meantime, let me hop over here and share this with you. Let me pull this down first. Not that. Here we go. So I'm excited to share with you. This is what we're doing as a giveaway. I was in touch with the makers. It's ESCA Tech is the company. Have been in business. I think they're celebrating their 25th. Is that right? 1979? No, 45th. Sorry, 45th anniversary in February. And I connected with them. And I said, we need to talk about lead contamination. We all handle firearms and pew and ammo, all of that. And so, of course, they agreed. I know that you probably have used this product before, the D-Lead and the D-Wipe. Yes. So they usually give these out to people who participate in matches. And they donated this to launch our product sponsorship arrangement. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's a bunch of stuff in here. I actually meant to open this and kind of itemize what was in here, but for whoever wins this is really fantastic. It's got the hand lotion in here. It's got the wipes, the portable, not portable, but the mobile wipes. When we go to the outdoor range, at least when I go to my outdoor ranges, they don't have cleaning facilities, In the past, I've used wipies. Those don't clean your hands properly after handling lead. So these are excellent for taking out for those purposes, right? And then some other stuff in here, like amazing. Hand, they have one for laundry. So when you go out, you have stuff on your clothes, believe it or not, if you didn't know. So being able to wash your clothes separately and and then, doing proper cleaning in between or afterwards to make sure that you don't contaminate your other clothing, especially if you have kids, right? So this is going to be in a giveaway. This is going to be at the top of the hour, though, or shortly thereafter. You know how I roll. So let me go back to the chat. We'll be doing a giveaway on that. If you're familiar or unfamiliar with that product, I'm sure that you've used the pink stuff, the pink soap when you go to the range. So big shout out to the makers of D-Lead and D-Wipe towels for the new arrangement that we have for the channel. So the Patreon community, they are going to receive some goodies. If you all read my message that I sent to y'all. So you all will already be taken care of. The giveaway that I am doing tonight is for the greater community, right? We'll continue to do giveaways, but I want to make sure that the Fireside community as a whole, Patrons, you all support me regardless. I appreciate it. I already have something special for you all. So if you're not a moderator, if you're not a Patreon member right now, or if you've not won anything on my channel over the last several months since I started, honestly, please do enter into the drawing. I want everyone to have an opportunity to win something. If you've won something before, I just ask, please, I'm sure you can appreciate it, to give other folks an opportunity to win. Play the lottery. You can win millions of dollars, right? Maybe if you've won with me more than once, do that. Please do also hit the like button if you haven't done that yet. I meant to say that earlier. I appreciate it. It helps our channels. And I'm going to roll into now. Got my little cheat sheet here. DJ Play Nice or 2AB Stand Up, anything, just star something for me if I need to pay attention to something. But I'm going to try not to get distracted. I appreciate everyone popping in. If you popped in after I said hello, thank you for being here. I still appreciate you. And I'm going to roll into my spiel. So I should have the poll out there, but I do want to ask, and you all can chat amongst yourselves and share, but when was the last time you took a taxi? Not an Uber, like a legitimate taxi? Like, how long has it been? I don't even know. Probably years ago when I was going to the airport. I think I did it maybe like 4 years ago. The last few times I've used the Uber app. I love it. I'm going to share some advantages of that. But I found some stats on Uber versus Lyft. Uber started in 2010 and Lyft started in 2012. So Uber leads the way. And Uber has actually surpassed taxi rides 289,000 per day to 277,000 per day. And that was according to a stat 2019. So let me share some details on that. Before I start, when I show you these videos that I found, it's not meant to scare anyone or make people paranoid or like, oh, I'm definitely not ever going to use it. If you've not done it before, that's not the goal. The goal is just to educate and inform. And hopefully if we share by sharing these tips today, like everything, you still have to live, okay? You don't want to be like secluded and locked away because of these fears. It's just about awareness and being smart about things. People who have fallen victim to some of these Uber situations, I'm sure that they thought that they were doing the right thing, but we can slip. We just don't pay attention. We think it's daytime, nothing's going to happen, or it's a lot of people around. All these things make us a little bit soft to a potential risk. So we do have to keep our head on the swivel. And my goal is just to remind people of safety, especially with the new year turning over. People are going to be doing traveling. It's easy just to hop in an Uber and go wherever you need to go. It's affordable compared to taxis, because with taxis you have to like they measure like stop and go, right, the flow of traffic. They charge you for that time. But having like a ride sharing, they estimate a price, and so it's more predictable from what I found. And then it's convenient because you can pick the type of vehicle that you want. They have the Uber X, Uber XL, depending on how many people are going to be in the car. You can have a fancy car. You can have like, I don't care, just need to go down to the local convenience store, whatever it might be. So there are some really appealing things about the ride sharing. Also, they have conveniences where having an app, you can track how far that driver is. Just the technology that they have. If you get into a situation, they have 911 assist, which we'll kind of get into. And then cleanliness too. I know getting in some taxis in the past, they weren't super clean. Like they don't have the certain standards. And there's no way to really rate that driver, which is what you can do with a ride sharing. So there's many benefits, but you have to weigh what's best for you. Okay. All I'm doing is just sharing information. That's it. Okay. I covered everything there. If you do use a ride sharing, do you use it for travel? Like I plan to use it when I go to Vegas. And I got my little Uber app. It's all ready for me to go. I haven't even, you can schedule it, and you can, there are many positives. We're going to pop into it. But then some people use it for if they've got to go, if they don't have a vehicle, and they've got to go up to like school, college, whatever it might be. They might hop in and do an Uber. Or for safety measures, for safety, if they've been drinking, which we're going to get into with the videos, doing ride sharing is an option. But how can you be safe as a passenger? We're going to talk about it. So as I show these videos, which I'm going to share with you now, and this is fair use, okay? This is all for educational purposes. Some of the videos, I tried to be very selective on the types of videos that I showed. We know the extreme cases where bad things happen and people are unalived. So I avoided sharing those types of videos. But those situations happen. So I just want to share a couple situations from a passenger's perspective. And again, not to scare you, but just to maximize your personal safety through awareness. I just made that up. Okay. So the first one I'm going to share with you, let me make sure here. I'm going to try to be a little bit more organized than I was last time. But let me share here this first one. I did have oh gosh. All right, 1 second. I have my playlist, which I was going to pull up here and be able to, let me see if I can mute myself for a hot second, just in case. I just didn't want you to like have your ears blown out by me not it starting to play something and it shouldn't. All right, so let me share my screen. You'll be able to see all the videos we're going to hop into. Yes, G23. I just muted just to save your ears. Okay. So this one here, and I didn't make sure that it's all the way up. I do have it time stamped at 49. So I'm going to share these first 3 videos with you, and we're going to come back and talk about each one, and talk about some of the things that you can do to keep yourself safe in these types of situations. If you have any other suggestions, please do chime in and add them in.
He put a mask on and he hunted.
All right. Hopefully y'all can see my screen and you can hear. I'm going to turn this all the way up. I'm going to timestamp 49. Please let me know if you can or cannot hear this as I play it. And I'm going to put myself right over here.
That's horrifying.
Early Sunday morning, cameras around the apartment community caught the moment before the attack. This is what helped detectives track down Torres. The victim is blurred for her privacy, but watch when we zoom in. You can see a man pulling a mask over his head while he follows her.
The victim was walking to a door when she was grabbed from behind and thrown to the ground. She tried to scream. The suspect covered her mouth. She tried to fight, but she was overpowered.
The Lee County Sheriff's Office says Torres then took her phone and
So really quick on that one, you can see I'm gonna roll into the next one and then we're gonna compile it. So I'm not gonna add my 2 cents. But if anyone has any comments about that, things that you can do to keep yourself safe in each of these cases, each of these situations, we're gonna go through the outline of what Uber and Lyft suggests and the security measures they have taken to protect someone in a situation. So let me go to this next one. It's this dude. Let me see, there's a commercial here, so let me pause it here. This one's at 12 seconds. This one's going to be a little bit longer, okay? But still a value, still important to share. Let's see if this is the right spot. Okay, yes. All right, let me share my screen. Before I share about this one, this is another driver who does assault a woman. And Uber and Lyft, I don't know if you sit in the front or the back, but they do suggest that you sit in the back seat. Of course, this situation can happen where people, can reach you from the front to the back, but it does minimize the potential risk, probably a small percentage, but having someone like sitting right next to you. When I first started riding, I did sit in the front seat next to the driver, and I felt very, very uncomfortable because he was too close. He was very nice, no problems at all, but it's like I just felt that arm's length reach didn't give me the safety that I needed to feel. So I started sitting in the back, and even one time I did take a ride with an Uber. It's like, you don't have to sit in the back, you can sit in the front. I was like, no, I'm good here. Pleasantly saying, nope, I'm good here. But this story here is a situation where the driver said, you can come and sit here next to me. And we'll see what happens here. Well, you see my screen. And this goes to, we'll see.
A frightening 25-minute Lyft ride early Sunday morning from Sioux Falls to Harrisburg. The documents say 35-year-old Andrew White Eyes picked up a woman from her home and encouraged her to sit in the front seat. White Eyes allegedly told her she was pretty and that he wanted her to be his housewife. He is accused of placing his hand on her leg, with the alleged victim taking his hand and returning it to his side. Court papers say the passenger electronically shared her location with a friend. He allegedly continued to touch her. According to court papers, the victim had called her friend with the phone placed next to her, and she made it clear that another person was listening. The alleged victim told her friend to meet her outside and to bring his parents along. That's when White Eyes allegedly pulled out a gun and held it to the woman's ribs. He is also accused of threatening to kill anyone waiting for them. Court papers say that a short time later, he began to cry and apologize, also grabbing the alleged victim's face and kissing her forehead. According to online court papers, White Eyes pleaded not guilty today to kidnapping, aggravated assault, and sexual contact without consent. He's on the sex offender registry after being convicted in 2010 for attempted sexual contact with a 12-year-old girl. Dan Santella, KELOLAND News.
Lyft's website says all drivers have to pass a background check. Additionally,
This part's
drivers
important.
must pass a background check every year. KELOLAND News reached out to Lyft for comment, but have not heard back. Lincoln County Sheriff's Office Detective Leah Stroshine says when it comes to ride sharing, you should be aware of what's going on around you and use some common sense.
Yeah.
So, according to Uber and Lyft, their drivers are supposed to go through a background check. I don't know if it was in the first story either, but they do need to tighten up because they both say, yes, they do go through background checks. From what I understand, Lyft does it annually. Uber, I don't believe as frequent. We're going to look at their website and I'm going to share with you some of their safety guidelines. But they both say that they have background checks for the drivers. It just not enough. I don't know how deep the background checks go. In a later article I found, and I couldn't validate it on YouTube, Uber's site, the social security number, their car insurance, like their motor vehicle history. There was something else that was a little bit more, honestly, more invasive. Did I write that down? Let's see if I have it here. No. It was just going to be a little bit more stringent than what is currently in place. They must be working on that. Let me share this next story. And T and Goddess, thank you for sharing that one video. I did not. I'm going to share it as a short. So look out for that, because that's a really important one that you shared as well. I'm going to share it as a short. So thank you for providing that. I meant to loop it in, but as soon as I saw your name, I forgot. This next one I'm going to share with you. This is the last one, and then we're going to pivot into how to keep yourself safe when you are doing the ride sharing. Okay, let me just share this last one because I wanted this get in there. Yeah, let me start this one. I like that one. Okay, this last one, I'm gonna go over here, make sure that there is no commercials running. And that timestamp's 45. Just to give you some convenience here. Let's see here. I think this is it. Okay. Yep. All right. Let me share. I appreciate everyone's patience. Hopefully it's a little bit smoother than it was last week. I'm working on it. Okay.
Prosecutors say in the summer of 2020, Pyrus showed up to the Patio Bar in South Tampa. He saw a woman there and later pretended to be her Uber driver. They say he took her to a deserted parking lot and sexually assaulted her. He then let her go. Investigators were able to track Pyrus down after looking at surveillance video from area businesses.
So that was a shorter one, but again, we're going to talk about how to keep yourself safe. There's thousands of stories. I skimmed through. I was like, I don't want anything that's going to traumatize my community. You already know what's up. But I do want to go through some of the tips and guidelines that I found that I use personally. And then I'm going to share both Uber's guidelines and Lyft's guidelines because they many of them are similar. I mean, both are similar, but they do have some small differences that make a difference, particularly when it comes to weapons and self-defense tools. Okay. So if you're liking this, please do hit the like button if you haven't yet. I appreciate it. And please do, yes, share comments below. I will go back and read what you all say, but I am trying to like peek over to star anything that we want to remind folks of. So here's my chicken scratch. Whew. Yes. Since we're in the age of technology and typing, I don't know about you, but my penmanship is horrible. Like I used to, you cursive writing. Do they do cursive writing anymore? I'm in between print and cursive. That's how I write now. Sometimes I have a hard time reading my own writing. Yes, DJ, if you could, to understand, please, if G23, if you're still in here, if you can star anything that I should go back to, please do. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. I appreciate everyone. If anyone's new, please do shout yourself out, say new, or do the hand, what do you call it? Handshake emoji. I would appreciate it. So, okay, we're going to go through some of the tips and suggestions. I'm going to run through what I found, and then we're going to look to Lyft and Uber's sites, okay? I mostly use Uber. So most of the things I'm going to talk about are from that perspective. I've been a passenger for a couple of years now, and it's been the best tool that I've used for transportation for the reasons I mentioned earlier before: affordable, convenience, cleanliness, and the other thing I do down here. But the app is great because it lets you communicate with the driver without them having your telephone number. So everything is masked. So when you're communicating, if you use it, I did get the verified that when you're texting them, all of that communication is through the app. So there's no way, like if someone wants to contact you afterwards, that communication is within that bubble. Your name is captured. But when you get into the car, or when you're approaching that car, make sure that name and that license plate, the car color, the type of car, is the same that's on your app. It only takes a hot second to verify it. They shouldn't get offended by it. I think initially it was like, oh, let me just 1 second look, okay, and verify. Like you feel a little bit weird, but like I'm looking. Are you who? You might have the black car like that, like the app shows, but you could be a completely different person. Do you look like that picture? Is that the same license plate number? Verify that. And if it's not, that is not your vehicle, and back away. When you approach and you open the door, or even if they come outside, they should be saying who you are. Like the security check is that you don't just go ahead and say, my name is Bill, Bob, whatever it is. Are you here for me? Like, don't announce yourself to that driver. They should be telling you. Because you have your name and your face, and you're approaching them and verifying all their information, but you shouldn't also give them that information. They should be telling you that. And then they have those codes now for Uber where it's like a 4-digit code that you're supposed to give to them, and they put into their computer system, and it matches. like for like. So if it is a match, that is not your driver. Especially those places where there's Ubers and Lyfts and all those people that I can only imagine, like in Las Vegas, all these cars coming up. There might be 2 Teslas, 2 white ones. You know, you want to verify all that information. You want to make sure, oh, that's not my Uber driver. This is my Uber driver. One thing too, before you get in the car, I kind of feel like this happened to me recently when I was coming back from a trip. I did take an Uber home, and I wish I could verify it, but I kind of feel like my door was locked because the driver greeted me outside the car. We verified everything. Everything was fine. And then he put my bag in the trunk and then helped me get into the passenger, to the back seat, which was pleasant and courteous. But I'm trying to recall if when I got home, if I could open my door or not. I think he had to open the door for me. So that is a security concern. Why is it child lock? Why is a child lock on? Right? And then what I'm going to do going forward is verify, because you can look on the door and see if the lock is on, up or down, whatever little, switch. You can verify if the child lock is on or not. And then also, does my window open and close? And if it doesn't, I got my little, okay, I bought a glass break. Where is my pen? Oh, I put it in my purse. Dang it. I was going to show you. Okay. So I already put it in my purse. I ordered a glass break pen. If you saw one of my shorts, I'm going to put this away. TSA took my pen, my tactical pen that had the glass break. I forgot I had it in my purse. I did mean to take it out, but I didn't. And so they took it. So I had to replace it. And I replaced it with the one that was a little bit less obvious. But that is a perfect situation where you can have a glass breaking end of your pen. Because if you get locked in someone's car and they're taking you where they want to take you, you have your pen in your purse. Because they can't drive and also take your stuff. Well, I guess they could. But if you're quick, if you're calm, and you feel like you're going in a different direction, which I'm going to talk about GPS in a second, having that glass break with you, that pen, to shatter it. I also got this too, which is still in the case, but this is like a bird, is like a birdie. It's like a siren, a personal siren. So when you pull them apart, you can see here. When you pull them apart, it makes a loud piercing sound. And what I love about this is that once you pull it apart, you can throw the first half, right? Because their idea of if they could get both pieces back together, the siren stops. But you throw it. You keep that one piece and you throw the other piece so that it does not stop. I will not demonstrate that. Uber also has it where you have trusted contacts. So you can send your location to up to 5 people. Or you can just let a loved one know, hey, here's a screenshot of my Uber driver, all his information. This is, and they know where you're going, but you can screenshot all of that to someone just to make sure you get where you're supposed to go safely. What I did like about that story, which is kind of the previous story where the lady was on the telephone with her friend, you could probably irritate that driver. I don't know what you would do in that situation. Maybe not tell him, but have it like on, muted, not muted, but have it where they can be heard. Because it's like a 50-50. They can get mad at you or they can get scared and just let you out, We don't know. You have to use your best judgment. Pepper spray also, I mentioned the window glass break, but also pepper spray. I bought this for my travels. I can take this in the checked luggage. This is my pepper spray. It's a travel size. And it can go with me to Las Vegas, for instance. Did I share that story when a situation happened and we were being followed in the hotel lobby and almost up the elevator? Our spidey senses kick in when something's not right. So I got this just to have it with me when you're roaming in a place that even if it's in your neighborhood, but you're roaming in a place that is highly populated, people all walks of life, and you're in a place that is not your own. If you can have something like this, and I can have it in Vegas, yes, I verified that. It's an option. It's an option. When you're a passenger, if you feel uncomfortable at any time, you should be able to. Uber has it where you have a 911 assist, which you can enable, or you can just say, "Hey, driver, let me out over here in this well-lit public place. I'm good." In the ride. If you feel any inkling, you are not obligated to carry out the entire ride, especially if you think something might happen. The other thing is the GPS. If you're going from one point to another point, even if you're not in your normal place, know the route. And I mentioned this before in a previous live. I forgot, maybe it was a dating safely one, or no, the moving about in your neighborhood, maybe that one, I don't remember. But know where you're going. Like if you're supposed to go south to north, and that person is taking you to north south, if you're supposed to go northwest versus southwest, you know what I mean. If you're supposed to go right and they're taking you left, I'll make it simple. Something's not right. You may not know the roads to get there, but if you have the GPS, like, okay, where are we going? And they should not be making any stops. They should take you exactly where you're supposed to go. Say, oh yeah, let me stop here. Oh, stop here for 1 second. No, sir. No, please take me where I'm supposed to. If you feel any inkling of that happening in the ride, it's also important, if you feel uncomfortable, even if nothing has happened, to appropriately rate your driver and send a separate note to the company so that they can investigate. Don't just let it go. You may not have fallen victim, but it could be someone else. It's worth them investigating, especially if they're trying to strengthen their security measures from a driver perspective, making sure the background checks are up to par, right? Definitely be that person that sends a note in to the company and give them all the driver information and why you felt uncomfortable. So let me share here before I go into the driver, because I do want to touch on if you are a driver, you still have to keep yourself safe too. And there were just as many cases of people assaulting the drivers that we want to make sure everyone's safe. So we're going to talk about that too. But I do want to share Uber's safety. I mean, I pretty much cover what they suggest. They say follow your intuition, share your trip details with someone. Uber does suggest that you be a backseat rider. And then you always exit on the safe side. Confirm the driver's name, all of that stuff. So they do have those things in place. The same with Lyft. I might share Lyft's here because they do have some high safety standards. Let me share the screen really quickly. Good to see everyone popping in. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let me go here. Hopefully you can see my screen. Okay. Sorry. So this is Lyft's safety standards. Here, annual driver background checks. And they continuously monitor criminal convictions, all that stuff. But you saw that one story, he was a Lyft driver. So to what extent do they do the background? Like, how far do they go? And they say continuous. What does that mean? You know, driving safely, all that stuff. Yes, all good, fine. But down here, what I wanted to share with you is that they do have smart trip check-in. They monitor the rides. They say if the rides take too long or if it deviates from where it's supposed to go. You should also do this, like as I mentioned, you know, your own GPS. Share your location. Match your driver, rider to driver, name, picture, ratings. There, your information is never shared. Your phone number, personal information is not shared with anyone. And then there's two-way rating. The drivers can rate you, yes, but then you can also rate them, and you can provide, as I mentioned before, feedback to the company saying they didn't make me feel comfortable. Here's why. And hopefully they do their due diligence to explore that further. And then they have emergency help with ADT. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, you see this picture here, slide over to notify 911. So they are trying to up their security measures, but everything starts with us. Everything starts with us. I think that's it. Yes. So let me stop sharing that. Uber didn't give. Let me see what Uber gave. It wasn't as extensive beyond what I shared with you. So, okay. Let me share the next set of videos with you. Thanks for everyone for being here. Appreciate you. Anyone who's popping in while I'm yapping along. It was really interesting to see the videos of drivers who, like, do they have their cameras that say this car is being monitored? Like, that would be one thing. I know many do have a dash cam, but maybe a deterrent or to mitigate the risk of assault, it could say and have a spotlight. You know, when you roll up on someone's house or someplace and they have that big red light on the camera, you are being monitored. Like, maybe that needs to be a little bit more prevalent. Sometimes people don't care. I know. But if that can help, you big sign that says this, you are being monitored, recorded for all activity with a big red light. Yes. One other thing, and I'm only going to talk about the driver's side because there are decent, awesome drivers. Okay. They're trying to earn a living, do their thing, and they're not all bad. And so I did want to touch on that because I am the passenger, but there is another side, and we have to respect, the other perspective from the driver's end. But some of the things that the drivers can do is have a dash cam, of course. I felt a lot where they didn't have a dash cam and it was their word against the other person. Like, I would hope that every driver would have that. And when that passenger gets out of the car, like, lock the door immediately. That transaction has ended. Lock the door. And don't linger. I couldn't find the story, but there is a story of someone who was just sitting in their car, like waiting for the next passenger alert. And they were just hanging out someplace. And they got, I won't say assaulted, but someone ran up on them. Like, don't linger. Don't linger. You don't know the neighborhood. Like, go to a public place. Wait there if you're trying to be local, like especially like airport drivers too. Like, don't linger in that place where you just had a drop off. And if you have to end early with a passenger that seems a little bit like, end it in a public place. Like, I know I want this passenger out of my car as soon as possible. I'm letting you out right here. But but a public place, if possible, is a better option. I'm going to show you a video now where a driver got out of his car because he was being assaulted in the car, and the passenger got out and he followed him out. So let me share that one with you. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Make sure I got my timestamp proper. Is this the one? Yes. Okay. Timestamp 35. Hopefully I'm a little bit more. Takes me a hot second, but I get there. I just want to avoid the commercials and any of the fluff. So, pardon me. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at this one.
Last Tuesday, Sood picked up a passenger who got angry when the Uber app suggested a different route than he wanted to take.
He used the word like, I don't want to talk to a Uber driver. And then I stopped the car and I just request him to leave the car. I don't want to continue because you are not respectful and using bad words.
That's when the passenger attacked Sood from the back seat, punching him in the head. Terrified, he unbuckled his seatbelt and tried to escape. After Sood jumped out of his car, he says the man attacked him again, pulling his jacket and shirt up over his head and repeatedly punching him in the neck. He managed to slide out of his clothes and jump back into his car to call 911. Sood was left with injuries to his neck and arm and hasn't been able to drive for Uber since.
Let me stop sharing. Okay, so you see that. The driver got out of the car and I won't say he got beat up further, but he still entered. What if the guy had a weapon? Like, you're discouraged from from doing that for that reason. And he probably got injured more, and now he's even further unable to work. So that's some of the things that we can do if you're a driver. Even if you're in an altercation, right? This is applied in any situation. Don't go following the danger. Unfortunately, he's still out of work. If I let the story run further, he was still out of work, which is unfortunate. This next one is watch for the body language of the passenger. Something we're not going to avoid, okay? But watching for the body language of people and how they interact. You don't know them, but we know the vibe when someone's doing weird things, they're shifty-eyed, all that stuff. We can tell when something's off. I'm going to share this next video that gives you an example of that. Let me see if I go here. And it doesn't matter if you're a criminal or you're an upstanding citizen. And I do air quotes for a reason. Just in light of this story right here. Make sure I go back here, share my screen. Thanks for everyone for popping in. Appreciate you. All right. Now you see the title here, Taco Bell exec fired after Uber driver assault. So let me play this one for you.
Blows to the side of my head, and I'm, fumbling with the with the pepper spray.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm giving you
Passenger Benjamin Golden, a marketing executive for Taco Bell, was arrested by Costa Mesa police and charged with assault and disorderly conduct. Taco Bell fired him tonight, saying it offered and encouraged him to seek professional help. Caban picked the 32-year-old passenger up from a bar. From the beginning, he says the man was belligerent and refused to give him a drop-off address.
I don't feel like he would have stopped if I didn't spray him. The way that he was coming at me, I was afraid he was going to start strangling me.
Get out of my car.
Sir,
Get out of my car or I will call the police.
It appears Golden is about to leave, but then this.
I'll tell you something, you all.
When riders sign up for Uber, they agree to a code of conduct. Uber also has a rating system for riders designed to keep drivers safe.
I definitely don't plan on driving for Uber anymore. I'm looking for a job right now.
So in that situation, you can see how by day, he probably had a good time, probably won a sale, a big contract, whatever it might be. And fortunately, he had the camera on. One of the things that I would imagine, just like the taxi drivers, they have those plastic partitions. Like that is something that people can use to keep themselves safe because there's no money exchanged, right? Everything's done through the app. Even if you want to tip them, you can tip them through the app. To keep yourself safe, that's what you can do. So definitely an option. And you can see that assaults can happen. It doesn't matter what you look like. You can be the assaulter, yes, assailant, and look like anybody. I'm going to share this one here. I found a lot of situations in Florida. It's like, can I find a state where bad things happen to? Why? A lot of them are in Florida. We're like I won't say the Wild Wild West. That's claimed for some other state, but we're kind of Wild Wild Southwest. I don't know what to say. Southeast, right? Sorry, Wild Wild Southeast. I'm going to share this last one, and then we're going to roll into the giveaway because I'm still concluding at 7:30. All right, but for anyone who's hanging out here with me still, then you will enjoy the giveaway item, which I'm going to share with you again. Okay, so let me just share this last one because I do want to hit home that it doesn't matter. Don't take your eye off of your safety, and that it can be anyone that can assault you. Okay. Make sure I get this timestamp right, 29. And then we'll roll into the giveaway and then we will conclude. Let me know if you've seen this story because it's a little bit crazy. Mind you, this woman was intoxicated in some capacity, but here we go.
Working as an Uber driver when his passenger turned on him. Police quickly arrested the passenger, 55-year-old Michelle Stillwell. The police report says Stillwell could have been drunk.
My kid, my daughter.
Cassie says Stillwell's daughter called the Uber for her mom. He says she slept most of the ride before violently waking up blocks from her home. Cassie wants to know why.
So that was like a little quick one. Have you seen this before? He didn't want to hurt her. He didn't want anyone to believe that he was assaulting her in any way. So he just let her, abuse him, bite him on the neck. Like he had a little chunk of his skin out. Maybe it made him feel like it was his mom or his grandmother or something like that. But you see, it can happen no matter what you look like, right? We have to keep our heads in a swivel. So I think that concludes the ride sharing risks and safety tips. I hope that they're really helpful. I do want to do the giveaway right now. If I've missed I appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you. You know I gotta stay focused. So if I miss saying hello to you, I didn't mean to. I appreciate you being here. And hopefully you'll stick around for the giveaway. As I pull up let me share again what it is. If you miss it at the top of the hour, they'll be part of a segmented sponsor spot in future lives. But this is D-Lead, D-Wipe. If you've used them before, if you go into almost any range, they have this pink soap to clean your hands of lead when you go to shooting range, particularly those at the outdoor range. Okay, they are our new product sponsor. Patreon members did or will receive, once they send me their addresses, a little care package themselves directly. But this is going to be a giveaway to everyone who's in the community right now in the chat. If you hung out with me, you've been hanging with me. Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. I don't like opening people's stuff. Is this taped? Oh, I can open it up. I think it has a little slip in here. They usually give these away during matches. If you're familiar with D-Lead products, yes. That's all I'm going to touch. Oh, I can look here. Yeah, hand soap. Abrasive hand soap. Some D-wipes. These are good when you're going to the outdoor range and you can use this at home. They also have like a laundry detergent too, because they say don't wash your clothes that use the range all with the rest of your stuff. Okay. Safety precaution. But these little wipes that you can take. So some of these will be coming to Vegas with me. And if I see you in Vegas, I will hand some out to you directly. Because they are a product sponsor. So all throughout the year, I do have a supply of goodies that I will be giving away to the community. I got to put this back. But they have a bunch of stuff. I'm sure if you're a gun owner and you go to any range, you're familiar with D-Wipe towels and D-Lead. So I'm excited to have them as a sponsor for the channel. Very, very excited. So, okay, I'm going to do the giveaway now. And I think I'll do lead, hashtag lead. I won't put my name in there. Last time I did that, actually, I'll just do it. I'll just rerun. I'll rerun it if it pulls me up. Okay, yes, put hashtag lead if you want to be entered into the drawing for this. And I will send this out to you. We'll try to send this out to you before I go to Vegas. So as people are putting their, oh, wait, don't do it yet. I didn't put the little thing in there. See? Okay, okay, there we go. Oh, it did capture it. Okay, yes, put hashtag lead. There's 6 people so far. I can share my screen too so you all can look while I look. I think I captured everything. One thing I did not mention as I'm talking, the one major thing I didn't mention is that Lyft, and I should have mentioned it before while there was a little bit more people in here. Lyft has a no weapons policy, no weapons of any kind, 0, no pepper spray, no knife, no nothing, no baton, definitely no firearm. Okay. But Uber they have a no weapons policy, also no firearms policy, but they do not consider pepper spray prohibited tool. So if you're riding Uber, and actually I might share my screen so I can share and show you. Let me stop this one really quickly. And I just want you to see from the horse's mouth what it says. So you'll know, just as I'm reading it and you see it, I see it, what the deal is. Community. Okay, there we go. Thank you for everyone who's putting in hashtag lead to win this little package tube. I'm gonna share my screen with this one. That way you, with your own eyes, you can see what it says. And I'm gonna share with you the Lyft one. Is it the Lyft one? Mm-hmm. Is it this one? Let me close this one because that's gonna confuse me. And close this one. All right, let's reshare this now. All right, so really quick, weapons policy. Lyft has a strict no weapons policy for all its properties. No weapons of any kind, okay? And it tells you at a minimum all this. Firearms, stun guns, knives, slingshots, tasers, nothing. However, Uber, which is most important for folks who do care about that, says firearms ban. Riders and their guests, as well as drivers and delivery people, are prohibited from carrying firearms using the platform to the extent applicable. Let's see if they do have a firearms policy. Do you still see this? Okay, let's see. See, they loosely, well, they don't say not to have it. And there was another site that I saw that. Let me see if it's over here. Honestly, I'm not telling you what to do, but if my safety was a concern, if I had a choice between having a personal safety tool like pepper spray, I'm going to opt for whichever service provides that. You all do what you all want to do. So let's go back to the giveaway tool. All right, we've got 14 folks in here. Please, yes, just to reiterate, if you've won something in the past, please exclude yourself from the giveaway. If you're a moderator or a Patreon. Patreon, I'm taking care of you already, okay? So I want to make sure that the broader community has an opportunity to win this, okay? So if for some reason you popped in and I'm sorry, I forgot to remind before you entered, I'm going to redraw it, okay? And I'll send you something separate on the side, just as a little concession. Yes. So let's draw and see who gets it. Keith Gregory, yay! Congratulations, you are the winner. I hope you like this. I gotta put that back in here. I'll be doing more because the company is fantastic. I've been communicating with them. I talked with them numerous times. A lot of times. Congratulations. I'll send this out to you. Please email me. If you go to my website, I think I do have it somewhere too. If you go to my website, you can send me an email with your information. I promise we'll not do any of those things. If you've been with me, if you're hanging out here with me now, please do hit the like button. I appreciate it. Connect with me on Instagram. Other ways that you can show support. I do have these shirts. I don't talk about it a lot, in different colors. Gun control not permitted. Suitable for all who support the Second Amendment. It's like a play on the movie ratings, PG, PG-13, rated R, suitable for all over 13 or whatever it might be. So that's my thing. Next week, what's coming up? But before I do that, thanks for everyone who participates in the live. I know that it's a busy time. People can be doing other things out and about or sitting on the couch watching something else. So I appreciate you being here. If you bought something from Cross, please let me know. Fantastic company, great to work with, US-based company as well. I appreciate you, the moderators. Thank you. And the Patreon community. Thank you. You all know who you are. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, I decided not to promote actual names. Some people like to be anonymous, so I want to respect that, but I do want to shout them out. You know who you are. Appreciate you being a part of the community. What's coming up next week is I'll be in Las Vegas for SHOT Show, so we'll be going live still. We'll see how that works. Oof. So please come and pop in and say hello. I may go live, maybe on Instagram Live. I may, who knows? Who knows if I'm feeling a little sin-like, what I will do. And I will be talking about, I'll have a guest, my very first guest for 2024. I'll talk about that in a future live. I'm excited. Lining up some other guests as well. And Valentine's Day is coming up. I did that dating awareness live a couple lives ago, and I don't want to repeat that, but for anyone who is out there dating or meeting up with people, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to try to put timestamps in there so you can kind of see. I do have like my cheat sheet. If you go and like look in the middle of the live, I kind of list everything to be mindful of. But I kind of expand upon it in the live. So I'll try to add timestamps if that's helpful to anyone. It's really, really important. Unfortunately, I am familiar with Match, eHarmony. I think just those two. Yes. Yes. So for a short period of time, I was in that world. And so I just shared things from that perspective and things that I researched also. So I hope that you find it helpful. I appreciate everyone being here. With 3 minutes to spare, let me make sure that I go back into the chat. Yes, chat show will be amazing. Be safe as you travel, okay? Be safe if you do the ride sharing. I hope one thing from what I shared is helpful to you. Okay, that you didn't know before, or that someone else shared in the chat to be mindful of. Head on the swivel, head on the swivel, right? Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to the Patreon community. Thank you to the Fireside community. You are it. Whether you subscribe or not, you're part of the Fireside community. If you see me more than once, like it or not, this is what it is. I appreciate you being here. Congratulations again. We'll be doing more. As I stated, as collaborations occur, I want to make sure that I give back to the community who supports me, that allows me to gain visibility to make these connections. Do not take it lightly. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for being here. So that's pretty awesome. I don't even have like this. This goes to the community. Hopefully we can do another one. My birthday's in July. So like a July blitz, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. But I appreciate everyone. You all have a fantastic day. Wish me well as I travel across country, literally. And I will see you next live from another state. I'm kind of excited about it. And I appreciate everyone. Let me make sure. There was one comment. I don't know if Joe Vacu is still in here. We're talking about some other things out there. I had starred. Yes. Just some little tips. I hope, unfortunately, I couldn't read everything through the live, but I hope that everyone was able to pick up something, okay? It's all about safety in all forms. Yes, I love my firearms, and I will promote gun safety and training and advocacy, but it doesn't stop there. Safety in all forms matters. So I appreciate you all. You'll have a great night. Have a great week ahead. It's a holiday for some, but be well and be safe. I'll see you in the next live. Take care, or a video. Yes. See you soon. Let me do my little thing. You know how I have to end it. I'll see you soon. Thank you, everyone.
Is that it?
Yep, that's
it. It's that simple?
Yep. It's that simple.
Oh.